Recently, I had to do one of my first speaking engagements, and I came in as a style expert at a women's empowerment conference. And I gave a speech about how fashion matters and how you can use fashion to empower yourself to show up as the very, very best version of yourself. Within this speech, which I was very, very nervous to do because it was one of my first few times, I gave a few tips on how to do that, but I also told the story about how I learned about the power of fashion in my own personal experience. So I'd like to share that speech with you today. I'm gonna do it for you so that it remains forever on my page. I was really shy and quiet growing up and in school. I wasn't really able to open up and be myself, even though I had all this passion and fire inside me. I had this crippling shyness that wouldn't let me express that. I couldn't really let that out of me so that the world could see, and I always felt like I was holding back on the most interesting parts of me. At that time, I used to love music and art, and I was just starting to get into fashion. Fashion was kind of a big deal for me because it was a really good way to put all of those things together, the music, the art, and the fashion. So I started designing, and I was maybe like 11 years old when I started designing. And it used to be a part of my world. I was reading magazines, I was, practicing my runway walk, all of these things that I did behind the scenes that nobody else knew about. Well, one day they were organizing a fashion show at school, and of course, all the beautiful girls were signing up because who didn't have a secret dream of being a supermodel when they were in junior high? And can you believe that me, the one that was the actual fashionista, the one that was really, really into it, actually said no to the fashion show? Yes, I had the nerve to say no to being in the fashion show. Just the mere thought of being on stage and being seen and putting myself out there just paralyzed me with fear. Well, when I went home, I couldn't sleep at night, tossing and turning and thinking about this fashion show. Something inside me didn't let me sleep, thinking about how could I possibly miss this amazing opportunity that was so aligned with my real dreams of being in fashion. How could I say no to this because I was too afraid? I did not have any peace for a few nights, and I had to gather up my fright and my pride and go back to school and sign up for the fashion show. And oh boy, I didn't know it then, but that fashion show would absolutely change my life. At first, it was brutal. I used to go to rehearsal and I was awkward and weird. I could not bring out the real me. The real me could strut her stuff at home in private, but at the rehearsal, I couldn't. I was awkward, I was weird, I was embarrassed, I was shy. I couldn't open up. I couldn't bring myself out. And every day I would just leave the rehearsal feeling so defeated, wondering what was wrong with me. Why couldn't I get it together and just be myself out there and just do the thing, do the walk? What was wrong with me? Anyway, I did my best at practices. I did what I could. I practiced at home. Of course, at home I was fabulous, but I couldn't really do it in front of people. I couldn't replicate the same act in front of others. But I did my absolute best. I practiced, and then the day of the show came, and it was now or never. That day, I put together the best outfit I could think of. And I remember it was a little pleated schoolgirl skirt that was gray and it had some burgundy stripes on it, and I wore it with a gray top that matched perfectly. And then I paired it with like burgundy stockings and a burgundy scarf that I wore around my neck so I could use it as a prop. And I was practicing in front of the mirror, trying to do my twirls and my walk and everything, and I felt different. There was something about this outfit that made me feel different about myself, a little bit more confident, and I just felt like I had a little bit more pep in my step. I knew that this outfit was good. So I get to school, and of course, I am immediately mortified. I'm like, I can't believe I signed up to do a fashion show. I have to walk in front of the entire middle school. What are people gonna think of me? All these crazy thoughts are going on in my head. And finally, we're backstage, we're ready to go. And then it was like the lights, the stage, the music, the outfit, and sassy me all came together at once, and bam! I was out there, I was confident, and I walked that runway. And everybody, all of my classmates in the audience, the faculty, everyone was standing and applauding for me because they had never seen this side of me before. This is the side of me that I could never bring out, and here it was for everyone to see. And that's when 12-year-old Laura discovered the power of fashion. I am 100% convinced that the outfit gave me the confidence I needed to show up in that way that day. So you see, fashion is a wonderful tool. Even though some may use it to become something they're not, most of us will use it to become more of who we really are. Think of your favorite movie and then think about the main character in that movie. Chances are she had a very important supporting role that was with her at every moment of her life through all of the ups and downs. That supporting role was played by her clothes. You see, ever since the beginning of times, our clothes and fashion have played an important part of the story, not only in movies, but also in the stories of our lives. Our clothes can make our stories more beautiful and make us more memorable. Our clothes can get us through the big moments, the good ones and the bad ones. Our clothes can help us get out there, and our clothes can make us feel more alive. Fashion matters, it really does. Even Superman wears a special outfit to go do hero stuff. Let's use fashion as our symbolic cape to go out there and be our own kind of hero. Here are 3 tips you can use right now to use fashion to show up more confidently. Tip number 1 is to wear something that makes you feel good, and you'll know right away when you put it on if it's doing that for you or not. Tip number 2 is to wear your size. Believe it or not, size is nothing but a number. There is no such thing as standardized sizing because brands have their own standards for their sizing, and every brand sizes differently. So it really has nothing to do with you, your weight, your size, or anything like that. Just wear the size that fits you best and that flatters you the most, no matter what the number or letter is. Tip number 3 is to use color and use it as a pick-me-upper. Sometimes a pop of color is the quickest way to brighten up your own day. It can also brighten up the day of everyone that sees you because color brings out a sense of happiness and delight in everyone that sees it. So use color. But wait, I have one more bonus tip, and that is remember who you are when you're getting dressed. Something about what you're wearing should be a nod to the essence of you. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be the color of your lipstick. It could be the sparkle of your jewelry. It could be your underwear that even though no one can see it, you know is there. Something should reflect who you really are on the inside. Remember that this is your one gorgeous life, just like the main character in your favorite movie. And if life was a movie, you are the best part. Fashion matters, so dress for the life of your dreams. Remember to sign up to the mailing list to receive news, updates, style tips, and more. And don't worry, we're not going to spam you. We only want to help you look and feel more and more beautiful. Like and subscribe for more.